Manusmriti is known as Manava Dharma Shastra and ascribed to the lawgiver Manu. Thus, this Shastra is divided into 12 chapters and it contains 2694 slokas. The British who ruled India accepted Manusmriti as a guidebook for finalizing the disputes of the people of India, and especially in the field of inheritance matters, marriages, family disputes, and etc. Generally, the Dharma Shastra is applicable to Dharma Sutra and the Smritis. The word Smriti defines two senses. In a broad sense, it indicates ancient Indian literature as a whole and other than the Vedas. But in the sense of confined, the word Smriti and Dharma Shastra are synonymous. The most renowned Smritis are seen of Manu, Yajnavalkya, Parashara, Narada, and Brihaspati. And Manusmriti is regarded as the most important Smriti Shastra in Indian culture. Later Hindu law code writers accepted Manu as the main authority and they wrote their books as per the words of Manu especially. There are 12 chapters in Manusmriti, but the description of householders is described in chapter 4 of Manusmriti. Thus says Manu says, the man should reside his first part of the life in the residence of the preceptor. Preceptor means Vidya Guru. And then the second part of his life should reside as a married man in his own house. As per Shruti Shastra, the lifespan of a man is considered as 100 years. Satairu vai Purushaha. And a quarter part of his life is 25 years. The description of Manu is like this. Chaturtham Ayusho Bhagam Musityadya Guru Dijaha Dvityam Ayusho Bhagam Krutodaro Gruhe Vasati. As per Manusmriti, the man should yearn for money for his existence, but the works by which he yearned it, that should not be the deviation of social orders which he belongs to. And also, the man should not accept hard physical labor for earning this money. Manu says, Jatra matra prasiddhyartham karmebhir gahirtehi aklesena sarirasya kurbita dhana sanchayam. A man should live by trade, and trade is called satyanrutam, which is treated as good. And service has treated the vocation of a dog, Smriti says. In this regard, Satyanurutam tu Banijam Tena Chaivapi Jibyate Seva Sobruti Rakhyata Tasmat Tam Parivarjayat. Kushaladhanyaka or Kumbhidhanyaka should be stored for the support of the family, and that should be for the timing of 3 years, or plenty of food grains in the house of the persons. Here Kushaladhanyaka means the person who gains the food grain stored in his house for 3 years, and he has consumed it for his own family members. The person who has stored the paddy for a year of consumption of his family. The description of Smriti is like this. Kusala dhanya ko ba syat kumbhi dhanya ke ba trayahi ko ba pi bhaved swastani ko eva ba. A Brahmin should be pious, honest, and should be maintained as per the sayings of the Vedas. Manusmriti describes that a Brahmin should not adopt any vile means, and he may maintain himself and takes the profession who is honest, pure, holy, and worthy. The description of Smriti is as follows: No loka brutam vartet भ्रूति हेतु कथम चन अधियायम सठम सुधम जीवेत brahmana जीविकम. Further, Manu says that the Brahmin should perform his duties alone as commanded in the Vedas and as per his ability. Vedodikam sukam karma nityam kurjat atandritah tadhi kurban jathasakti prapnoti paramam gatim. He should not earn money by performing the acts which are prohibited by the Vedas and which are stimulated by the senses of man. And one must not be interested to earn money from any source without impartiality. Manu says, Nehetarthan prasangena na viruddhena karmana न विद्यमानेषु अर्थेषु नार्त्यमपि जतस्ततः. Here Kuluka says prasangena means dance and music, nritya kita dina. A Brahmin should study the Vedas every day after avoiding the self-intention towards wealth, and he can support his family, and that is the real success in his life. The Smriti says, Sarvan parityajet arthan swadhyayasya virodhinah jatha tatha adhyapayanstu sahyasya krutakrutyata. Further, Manusmriti says that man should gain knowledge about the text which he reads daily, and he illuminates himself with their light, by which the process of his general knowledge can increase gradually. Manu says, Jatha tatha hi purushaha shastram samadhi gacchati tatha tatha vijanati vijnanam chasya rochate. The man should perform 5 yajnas during his lifetime. The person should perform the 5 yajnas during his lifetimes. Rushi Yajna is for the study of the Vedas. Deva Yajna is meant for 5 offerings to the gods. Bhuta Yajna is an oblation to animals. Nuru Yajna is meant for the hospitality to the men. And Pitru Yajna is a Shraddha offering to the men. Manusmriti says, Rushi Yajnam, Deva Yajnam, Bhuta Yajnam cha Sarvada, Nuru Jagyam, Pitru Jagyam cha Jathasakti na Hapvet. Manusmriti chapter 4, Shloka 21. Further, Manu says that a Brahmin should perform agrarian sacrifice at the time of harvesting of crops. And the sacrifice Chaturmasya should be done at the close of the session, and the animal sacrifice should be performed at the starting of an ayana, and some sacrifices should be completed at the time of closing of the year. The householders should be honored who have performed the rites of ceremonial offerings at the end of the Vedic study or at the end of any vow or both. And also he has offered oblations to the gods and men. The Smriti saying is like this: Veda Vidya Vratasnatan Srotriyan Gruhamedhinaha Pujayate Avyakavyena Viparitamsa Varjayate. The householder or the men should avoid the women at the time of their periods. This is the saying of Manu. The man or householder should not go near his wife during the 3 prohibited days of her periods, and she should not sleep on the same bed with her. This is also the tellings of Manu Smriti. The description of Manu is as follows. No upagachet pramattopi striya martavadarsane samana sayene chaiva na saita taya saha. The man who keeps the relationship with the woman during her menstruation periods, the person has lost his strength, intellect, vigor, eyesight, and also he may decrease his vitality. Rajasa abhiluptam nari narasya hi achatah pragya tejo balam chakyur ayurshchaiva prahiyate. This is the sloka of Manusmriti in chapter 4, sloka 41. On the other hand, who avoids the woman during her menstruation timings, he can gain the knowledge, strength, eyesight, vigor, and vitality. Manu says, Tam vivarjayatastasya rajasa samabhiluptam pragya tejo balam chakyu ayurshchaiva pravardhate. Conclusion. From the above discussions, it is concluded that Manusmriti is the core soul of all Hindus, which gives the guidelines of improving the right knowledge about the day-to-day life of the common people. Manusmriti stands as the supreme knowledge of all the rules and regulations of ancient India, and it also became the basic rules of modern laws. The existence of this religious scripture will keep its real originality till the end of the creation, and there is no doubt at all. Thanks to all, and namaskar to all. Thanks.